Hello friends, you are listening to Edu.Inside and today's topic is fundamental rights. The core of the Indian Constitution lies in part 3 that relates to fundamental rights. The rights had their deep roots in the struggle for independence. As for the meaning of the term fundamental rights, rights are those powers and freedom which are essential for personal and common good and are guaranteed under the Constitution or claimed as a result of long usage. The rights guaranteed under the Indian constitutions are fundamental in the sense that they have been incorporated in the fundamental law of the land and can be enforced by the courts. They are not fundamental in the sense that they are absolute. Neither are they immune from constitutional amendment. A push to democracy in modern times came from the French Declaration of the Rights of Man 1789. This declaration influenced the makers of the American Constitution. In 1791, the Bill of Rights was added to the Constitution of the United States. Since then, the rights of citizens have found their way into a number of constitutions. On 10th December 1948, the UN General Assembly adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The UN called upon all member states to adopt these rights in their respective constitutions. Indian Constitution affirms, adopts and enacts human rights. And when we talk about the significance of the fundamental rights, rights actually shape human personality. Rights are essential for the development of the powers inherent in every individual. They are secured to preserve human dignity and to promote social progress in larger freedom. Democracy implies civil liberties. Democracy is of no avail if civil liberties such as freedom of speech, religion, and freedom from arbitrary arrests are not recognized and protected by the state. Democracy is essentially government by opinion or persuasion, and therefore the means for formulating public opinion should be secured to the citizens. The Constitution of India guarantees to the citizens freedom of speech and expression, freedom of assembly, freedom of association, and freedom to move throughout the territories of India. Rights are a check on the arbitrary powers and acts of the government. The fundamental rights can be altered or curtailed only by an amendment of the constitutions. Thus, their inclusion is a check not only on the executive, the president, the prime minister, and government officials, but also on parliament and other legislative bodies. Rights are enforceable by the courts. All persons, irrespective of race, religion, caste, or sex, have the right to move the Supreme Court or the High Court for the enforcement of the rights conferred by Part 3 of the Constitution. It is not always necessary that the person who has instituted the legal proceedings should have a right of his own which he seeks to defend. The poverty ridden and oppressed people of India do not possess the means to seek relief. In the public interest, anyone can commence litigation in the court. This is known as public interest litigation. High Court judges have even acted on their own on the basis of the newspapers' reports. Violation of human rights constitutes threat to international peace. The fascist and Nazi rulers of Italy and Germany were guilty of the most barbarous acts. That was one of the reasons for the outbreak of Second World War. Gross and persistent violations of human rights constitute threat to the international peace. The rights reveal the fundamental unity of India. The rights emphasize the fundamental unity of India. All the citizens have the same liberties and the same facilities, irrespective of wealth or social status, race, caste, or place of birth, or any of them. That's all for today. In my next audio, I will discuss about nature or the features of fundamental rights.